My name is Octavia Culbreth. I am going to be showing you how to set up a Zoom account, enabling some of the features, and I'm going to go into the Zoom and play around with some more of the features. First, we're going to go to the settings and we're going to set up our waiting room, making sure that we also have a passcode so that participants will have to enter a passcode as the Zoom is starting. Okay, right here you will see that the waiting room has already been enabled. As we scroll down a little farther, you will see some connection issues. You will see now that it is passcode protected. Next, I'm going to make sure that all participants are muted when they join the meeting. So it's already highlighted that participants will be muted as they join the meeting. Next, I'm going to make sure that participants are only able to chat with the host. You see that this box is already highlighted and it's defaulted to allow participants to chat with the host. I'm going to also enable the feature that allows us to be able to send files in the in-meeting chat. It'll be a feature that we use later. I need to also enable the whiteboard. Okay. Whiteboard has already been enabled. I'm going to enable the breakout rooms. Breakout rooms is enabled. And it also is allowing the host to be able to send messages to the participants. Is another feature we will be using later in this video. Now that I have those features set up, we're going to go ahead and schedule a meeting. So we're going to go back to our tabs. Instead of clicking on settings this time, now we're going to click on meeting. I'm going to click here to schedule a meeting. And I'm just going to leave it as the default of my meeting, just for the assignment purposes. You see that it has the waiting room enabled, and then there's also a passcode attached. I'm going to save those settings. Now we're actually going to go into that Zoom meeting that I just created. So I'm going to click here to start the meeting. Okay, now that we have the Zoom meeting started, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the features that are in the participants panel. The first feature is the chat feature. So you just click here on More, Chat, and then you're able to send a message. So I'm just going to type a message and then send it. And then to rename your participants, you're just going to go here to your participants. Participants will be along the right side panel. You'll click More, and then it gives you the option to rename, and then you can rename your participants as you see fit. Okay, to save that feature. The next feature will be muting all attendants. So down here at the bottom is where we will mute everyone. And if I want to, I can also click this box here, which would allow all the participants to be able to unmute themselves. The next feature is sharing files. So again, in the chat feature, we can click here, and then to share your files, you would just click the file box and then choose wherever your file is coming from. Additionally, I'm going to show you how to manually and then auto assign from the same. I'm going to close my chat box. So from the More to click on Breakout Rooms, and it gives you two options. One of the options is to assign automatically. The next one is to assign manually. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do an automatic assign. I'm going to open all of the rooms. This will allow whoever is in the Zoom to be able to go into breakout rooms to have maybe small group sessions. To send a message to my breakout rooms, I would just broadcast the message to all, and then I would just type my message and then click broadcast, and then my message would go to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and close all the rooms. Next, I'm going to show you how to do some screen sharing. So from here, from the More tab, you're going to go screen share. And this, something similar to this will come up, and it will ask you. So for screen sharing, something like this will come up, and it's going to ask you what screen you want to share. And then if you want to share a screen that comes from maybe a third party, or a second camera would be something like a document camera, you would select here. And depending on what screen you want to share, you want to make sure that you enable the Share tab at the bottom. There is also a feature when you share your screen, it will also allow you to share your whiteboard. Whiteboard is where participants are able to write and do some annotations, and then the entire participants will be able to see what has been written. Moving right along, the next feature would be the muting and unmuting of the microphones. So muting is here. So if you, right now you can see the microphone and you can see that it's green. That means that whoever is in the Zoom can hear my voice. And if I click here, they'll have an X on the top, and that means that I am now muted. And you will also get a message on your screen that says that you are now muted. To unmute would just be unmuting. So to change the audio settings are all here, and you can decide on how loud or soft you need your audio to be. So for the video, you can start and stop your video. Right now I have my video off, and there's options to keep a picture or something when your video is not on. I'm going to go ahead and start my video. My connection is actually lagging, so I'm going to actually stop my video now. So you got to see the video being turned off and on.